Alrighty. Wait for a few people to get in here. Anybody here yet? Wait for people to get in.
We should have put that in the gimbal first.
This is... Yeah. Here. I'll put it on the gimbal.
It's easier if you just pop that thing off because it's a magnet.
Yep. Have we still not got anybody? It's a little weird for live.
It's late in the day.
I guess it's late.
Everybody's at home enjoying their family.
Here, yep. All right, guys, I'm getting the gimbal going. Oh.
Yeah, you gotta turn it, put it on, and then turn it off. On, because if you do it before it's on, then the gimbal doesn't.
Bear with me while the gimbal is calibrating.
You can now use the joystick to adjust whatever you need.
All right. I think I gotta move this over.
Oh yeah, you have to. Yes,
all right.
Centered on the phone.
It's not showing up right on YouTube? What do you mean?
That's not. Yeah, you have to clip it. It's not gonna slide.
All right. So for you guys who don't know, the city of Oilton is where the cop assaulted that veteran, right? And we've been doing a lot of investigating there to prepare for this video we're making. All right, sorry. Gimbal is... There we go, I fixed the gimbal. All right, so the city of Oilton is where that veteran was assaulted. And that's where we're going. And we're going to their city council meeting, which they changed. It was supposed to be on the, 17th?
14th.
It was supposed to be on the 14th, and they just changed it to try to keep us from going. Luckily, we have people in Oilton who are informing us of this stuff. But for their city agenda, I'm just going to read this off because it's on my phone, and we're on a phone. It's kind of hard to show you. The first thing they're going to do is a call to order. The second is roll call, discussion and possible action to establish fees pertaining to the Open Records Act. And the reason for that, which is not legal to establish fees for the Open Records Act, the reason they're trying to do that is to keep us from getting open records. All right? Dramamine in play? Yeah, I mean, we're in a bumpy truck. I'm sorry, but we will be out here in a second. I do have the phone on a gimbal. And then the fourth thing is proposed executive session to discuss the possible termination or suspension of Police Chief Carl Stout. And for you guys who don't know, that's who we've been investigating. He's the one who's allegedly assaulted multiple women. It doesn't seem very alleged, but I'm going to say alleged. And that's the guy we've been investigating. He's been hiding from us, who is a police officer, even though he has a protective order against him, so he can't own a gun legally. And yeah, all right, the possible appointment of an interim police chief, which is a new police chief. And then this is where it gets crazy, because I'm going to skip over C right here for now, and I'm going to go to D. D is for the purpose of confidential communications between the city council and its attorney concerning a pending investigation, claim, or action against Ron Durbin, the firm on Greenwood, and/or Guerrilla Publishing, LLC, regarding their conduct towards the city and its employees. The city council, having been advised by its attorney that disclosure will seriously impair the ability of the city council to process the claim or conduct a pending investigation, litigation, or proceeding in the public interest. Basically, this is it's not an intent to sue, because it's extremely vague, but it's basically a threat to us for doing this. All right? And did they say they alleged assault, Josh?
I don't know, but I feel like that would be their only basis. We've been polite to them every time.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't committed any crimes, so they don't have any basis. Here, let me get out and hop in the back. Just pull in right here. All right, so we're pulling over. Just pull into a parking spot. Don't be illegally parked. You know what I'm saying? Vote no. Yeah, vote no. So I don't think they're going to let us in the city council meeting. I think they're going to go to what? Executive? Here, you want to hold the live? I'll get the camera.
Take my gun off since it is a government building.
All right. Josh is taking his gun off. He doesn't own a gun, but he's taking his gun off. And then I'm going to hand you off to him while I get the camera ready. But basically, they're threatening us. try to scare us off from doing this.
Creek County Sheriff's here.
I'll wait for him to pass before I get out of the car.
No, he went the other way.
All right.
There we go. All right, you ready?
I gotta get the camera on all that out.
Oh, I thought you were gonna shut the door and do that while we were moving.
We can. You prefer?
It's 6:28. That's what I was like. I want to get up at least where the people are.
Yep.
All right, let me turn this camera around. All right, let's go see what this is all about.
Did you bring the mic?
The DJI that might be in there. I was hoping that I did. Yeah, I guarantee they've already closed it off to. Set you guys right here for a second. All right. Honestly, I feel better having a free hand in case something does happen. I got the body cam on too. All right, we'll get the chat going. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see what this says. This shit's funny. Yeah, and Shannon's like, oh, my kid's in the military. You gotta be fucking ashamed of yourself.
You want to sign that for me?
No, thank you.
I'm sorry, so you're asking why it's happening? Yeah, and this is for instances where there are requests that are cumbersome and take hours and hours to respond to. And then in addition to that, just the simple direct cost of making copies and
So we haven't established yet what the cost would be with this standard that the fees on.
it's whatever the direct cost is.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Hey Shannon, isn't when somebody open record request, there's already a fee on there?
There's a minimum of $5 is the talk that has been turned into Creek County, that is correct.
That was it.
These fees would be above $5.
It's quiet right now. I'm just being respectful.
I assume that the money's received only is for wait for the paperwork and everything that has been used, is that correct?
They're not talking loud.
Question, yeah, it would require essentially a deposit of requesting.
Anything, anybody else? Need a motion?
I make a motion to follow the fees in the resolution regarding the Open Records Act. To accept the fees. All right, I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution pertaining to the Open Records Act.
I'll second.
Brian,
Yes.
Wesley,
Yes.
Bessie,
Yes.
Rye,
No.
Julia,
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Approved.
Been approved. Number 4, proposed executive session 2. Discuss a possible suspension or termination of police chief Carl Stout. The possible appointment of an interim police chief for the purpose of the confidential communication between the city council and its attorney concerning a pending investigation claim by Mr. Walbridge. The city council having been advised by its attorney that disclosures will seriously impair the ability of the city council to proceed the claim of conduct of pending investigation, litigation, or proceeding in the public interest, and D, for the purpose of the confidential communication between the city council and its attorney concerning a pending investigation, claim, or action against Ron Durbin, the firm on Greenwood and/or Guerrilla Publishing LLC regarding their conduct towards the city and its employees. The city council have been advised by its attorney that disclosure will seriously impair the ability of the city council to proceed to claims and conduct a pending investigation, litigation, or proceeding in the public interest. All as authorized by the Oklahoma State Title 25, Section 307B1, 4, and 7 were disclosed, and information would violate confidential requirements of the state and or federal law. I need a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make the motion to go into executive session.
I'll second.
Brian,
Yes.
Wesley,
Yes.
Bessie,
Yes.
Rye,
Yes.
Julia,
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Approved.
How you doing?
Pretty good yourself.
6:36.
Well, so what they just did is voted to go into executive session, so they're kicking out all the tax-paying citizens so they can make decisions on their behalf. Because it's pretty well known that old Pat Kennedy's a fucking dirtbag. I'll stand on that. So the reason why you couldn't hear, obviously, is because they don't have mics. It's a small town. You can't really blame them. They don't need mics or speaker when it's a room that they're all just going to talk to each other in.
You didn't bring a. This thing has a thing on. We didn't bring a key.
Huh?
This has this. We didn't bring a rail and we didn't bring a key. So
Oh, for the
I wasn't
monopod?
able to get it off.
I can untwist it with my finger. It's not on there very tight.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't have time to grab it.
Here, I'll help you with the camera so you can.
Here, you wanna go grab it?
I'll go grab the monopod if
Grab
you
that
can.
key here with the.
Yep.
Yep.
Oop. So basically, they're gonna refuse to give us any records because they say that the investigation that Willard's going through, where he's suing them, I would assume the city, it will hinder that. What they don't realize is Willard is an awesome dude, and we're not even involved in this because of Willard anymore, but just simply because, well, their mayor's a dirtbag and their police chief's a dirtbag, and we would like to see those dirtbags not be in power anymore. So there's that. No, so the meeting's not over. They went into executive session, which is just their way of saying, all right, everybody that's not a city council member, get out. And it's weird because the council members vote to go into executive session. And if you want to look right here, this is from stuff the mayor's done. Mayors run all the businesses out of town. They don't even have a bank anymore. So we'll see how these people feel about it. Probably not great. Pretty good. Yourself?
Actually enjoy some of y'all's shit.
Appreciate it, man. Y'all stay safe out there.
I'm trying to just avoid most of it.
Yeah, I know how you feel, man. You don't have to agree with everything.
Right? No, there's some stuff on there that I'm like,
And you know what's wild is 90% of the places you go, people do the right thing. And there's accountability and people are the standard bearer and they do what they're supposed to do. But then you get people that present a history of behavior, you know, when there's a 20-year track record. And I did a quick 15-minute Google search and then went to Cleet's website and realized the man was what he was. Just kind of pretty crazy. Somebody calls the cops for a domestic violence case and then the guy they send is...
Playing whack-a-mole over here.
It's whatever. They're not gonna let you look in there, dude. You know they won't.
No, I was just getting the person who wasn't the box.
there's no audio, so
No, I know, right? There's no audio.
It's executive session. Do you want the monopod? Good old 5-4 tribe. Good for what? Sending spark plugs to the moon. There's that if you do want it. How'd the storms get over here the other night?
Wasn't bad. It was, I mean, it built up like it was going to be, but it really wasn't.
I knew it wasn't in Tulsa. I figured it was gonna blow over us. I saw a bunch of pictures from Bartlesville that were pretty nutty.
Yeah, they got hammered.
And then,
Barstow, too.
yep. Did you see where the tornado? Luckily, it happened out in the sticks, but they said that the energy and the destructiveness of it was greater than an EF5 or whatever. They're trying to come up with a new rating because I guess I'm not a meteorologist, but I guess the EF5 scale is based on the potential for damage or the damage it can do.
See, I'm born and raised in Stroud, which I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
But when that tornado came through the F5, when it hit the mall,
Oh.
yeah, my grandparents were up the hill from the mountain. Yeah, we watched all that happen, man. It was crazy.
Man, I watched that one from the Hampton, and I was like, bro, it's the employees. They're standing. I'm like, well, I guess we would have done the same thing, but they're in the carport. I'm like, man, at that point, I'm already inside.
Yeah, I'm gone.
I'm in my sweatpants. I've survived enough. I'm not trying to put myself out there any more than I have to.
30's old.
Oh no,
I'm counting on 30.
I'm older than you are.
I just think it's funny. They think we care about the Willard thing. I've already talked to Willard and was like, 4th Infantry vet to 4th Infantry vet. If you say you're good, I'm good. I'll leave it alone.
That was good days.
And then I started looking into,
Still in my prime.
well, you know, into Stout. And I'm just like, man, my sister's a rape victim, survivor.
Nowadays, I look at the goat. Last night I was going. Yeah, they're burned down. I don't really care.
Wonder if they fire him or they let him resign. And I also want to know how old Pat paid for that King Ranch. I'd be able to find out if they would answer my open record requests that I send almost every single day. That's a nice King Ranch. I'm gonna go look at it. Pretty sharp truck. Oh, it's got dealer tags. From old Jimmy Long Truck Country. Oh yeah, they'll let them resign. Cops don't fire their own, and that's the problem. That's why we need a Brady list.
And then just make sure you.
Hey, but just so you guys know, if you're in Oklahoma, you can go to let me get this thing fixed. There we go. You can go to the CLEAT website, and you can type in an officer's name. Jeez, gimbal is not working. You can take an officer's name to the CLEAT website and request. Just go in there. It's a portal under the portal page, and figure out if that officer's been in trouble before or not. Look at Lee right now. This man is not giving up.
No.
Yeah, I was like, even if I don't quit, I was like.
I bet they did have to poop. They're all full of shit. That's the worst one of them right there. If her lips are moving, she's lying.
If I blast if I turn the ND filter down, there we go, I can see him.
Oh, no kidding. That's funny.
Yeah, window's a little dirty, but.
Creek County Sheriff, where a GED is good enough.
But like on my
It was hard.
you know, the envelopes up top.
I'm glad that I was there.
That's why I was curious about it.
What up? How's it going?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
You look awful different than you did watching it Thunderbird.
Yep. Yeah, they did exactly what they thought they were going to do, was go to executive session.
Oh, I knew they would. They always do. And more than likely, they'll let him resign instead of firing.
Yeah, which is garbage. And I guess they're pending investigation into us. They're going to have.
Yeah, I seen that.
Do they really think suing us is going to?
City's got to get money somehow.
Well, they're not going to get it because every interaction we have is on video. You know what I mean?
It's
But I got Pat on video trying to put his hands on Ron. I'm like, if you want to look at the legal definitions of things, that's assault.
Yep.
So anyway, here's one of the awesome people of Oilton. They, a lot of awesome people living in Oilton that actually care about doing the right thing and making sure accountability and the laws apply to everyone and not just the people at the bottom.
That's right.
Still
This is our town. We as citizens have to stand up for our town. If we don't have a town.
Yep.
And you can already tell we lost our bank. We lost
Yeah,
our
it's
convenience
crazy.
store, our grocery store.
What do you think caused them to leave town?
Council. And that's the thing I can think of would be the council.
There was one council member that voted for no against the fees. Who was that?
Zachariah Hollingsworth.
Is he one of
He's a
the?
stand-up guy.
He seems like one of the good ones.
Stand-up guy, yeah. And then the one on the end, he hesitated before he voted. He does it all the time. He wants to vote no, but he always votes yes. As you can tell, he hesitates. And like I said before, yeah, I live in this town, but I'm not afraid of this town.
You shouldn't be, and you shouldn't have to say that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It should be the rules. The rules are the rules. It doesn't matter what uniform you wear or where you clock into for work. It should just be, hey, this is the standard. Or as my grandfather used to say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. It's good for everybody.
That's what my grandfather used. My grandfather was Navy. For a number of years. He was in Pearl Harbor and everything.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, he raised us that stand your ground, stand for yourself because nobody else is going to do it for you.
Well, and that's, if no one's willing to stand up for our rights at one point, does the government realize that and just be like, hey, you don't need them anymore?
Exactly. And it's getting pretty close to that sometimes.
Yep.
Now, so.
And Tulsa has the same problem, but you know, we scream till we're blue in the face in Tulsa, and it's such a big, trying to get 800 people to act versus, you know, 300,000.
I put it on Facebook. I put it on, you know, we need to be here. We need to come back. Or something like that. They want to on Facebook, but they don't want to do nothing about it in person.
Because it would take time and resources and money. I mean, even look at fuel or missing work or something. And
Too many people mad.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I talked to Shannon today before we came down here, and she was real eager to wonder to know if we were coming down. And she's like, well, I'm just trying to do my job. And I'm like, then why don't you answer some of the open record? And I like how they say that the open records requests hinder the investigation, but I'm not asking for records that have anything to do with that. The only thing,
With Google, what's going on with now with the restraining order and everything.
not even that. I've been requesting financial records, wanting to know how the mayor's spending the money. Because I ran into I had a few records come to my attention from an anonymous source that is also in government that happened to get their hands on them for me. Some weird financial records that I'm having someone look at for me because I'm not a CPA. I don't really know what I'm looking at.
We need these roads fixed. I'm sure you drove around the other day and you've seen these roads. That red truck right there is my mom's and mine's truck. It's got to go up to the garage.
Yeah, you're telling me to Mark Allen, yeah.
Because we've already put $3,500 worth of work on it. Now we're going to have put some more on it because of these roads in this town. When they fill up full of water, you can't tell how deep they are. So you're driving down the road and you find one that's this deep, and your whole front end of your bumper about hits the asphalt, the pavement, and everything, because you can't see.
Well, and
There's
it's
money going that was allotted for the streets. Why aren't they been done yet?
well, and then something about a loan that he got for some, and I'm still trying to get all the pieces, but obviously they're being held from me. Some project years ago where they got some funding, and instead of getting a grant, the mayor went and got a traditional loan from a traditional lender. So now that's causing problems, and that may be, you know, speaking out of turn, but
And then the lagoon or whatever it is that they built down here, I was told, and of course it's Oilton, we were told, that they built it too big. It's too big for our city. We didn't need one that big. So all that money they spent on that too big lagoon, why did they get the smaller one?
well, and also, why are people still having water problems?
Oh, this morning I turned the water on to do my dishes, smelled chlorine. Nothing but chlorine. I didn't have to put no bleach in my water because it was already in there. My sister-in-law, she's over there with my brother, she can't even take a shower half the time because she'll break out in hives from the chlorine that's in it. My clothes, I have new shirts, they got bleach spots all over them if I wash them. It needs to be done. There's still people outside the town who are still not getting that much water.
Yeah, I heard that. There were some people that had water before, and then after that project, they were just like, we're just not going to give you water anymore. Figure it out. Dig a well or whatever.
You know, can afford a well.
That's the other thing, too.
1,000 and above to dig a well, and you
Well,
might not even hit the water.
Well, and it's like with the pothole situation. I know I live paycheck to paycheck. A $500 bill out of nowhere for a tie rod end or a ball joint or a rim or a tire or all of them. Where does that come from?
It's out of our pocket.
They still want their money.
Yep. I just don't understand it. I mean, we were gone for a while when I was married. Went to Fort Smith for 4 years, and then I went to Thunderbird in 2001. Went there for it till 2018, and I come back here. And this town was nothing like it was when I left. Nothing. I couldn't believe it. It has just gone downhill so fast.
So she said Thunderbird. For those of you that don't know, why is the Kindle being so weird? I'm about to snatch it off and just use my hand. So, yeah, I'm already tired of this. So, those of you that don't know, if you're not from Oklahoma, Thunderbird is a youth challenge program. It's run by the Oklahoma National Guard. It's in Pryor, Oklahoma. I went there in 2006, a long time ago, because I was a bit of a troubled kid. And this nice lady worked there.
I did.
So not only was she doing the right thing back then, helping people out and make sure us knucklehead kids stayed on the right straight and narrow and got our Christmas trees and our canteens and everything we needed.
That's right.
But now-
Canteen, duffel bags,
Yeah.
pants, everything.
Yeah, they gave you everything. They made you write your name in your underwear. I still remember mine.
Socks, your number on your socks.
Yep. It was
Thunderbird's a good place.
It really is. I did a little looking into it and drove by there the other day on my Harley, and kids are out there playing soccer,
Yes, they
and they were
really brought it.
smiling and
They
looked
really
happy.
brought it.
I was like, what happened?
So, they fenced it all in.
Yeah.
So now you have to have a code to get
Well,
in.
see,
That's
it was a
what keeps them-
fenced-in compound when I was there in 2006, but like I remember the kill zone.
Yeah.
Like if you got in cadre space, they'd knock you off your feet. And sometimes they'd give you a chance because you'd be unaware. You'd have no idea there's an instructor standing there. But
Yeah, they take care of the kids. So I mean, they really do. It's a good place.
Well, there's a lot of kids too that I went to with that was really sad because right after they graduated, they had nowhere to go.
That's true.
And that was
And it
like,
goes right back to the streets and right back to the way that it was. Yeah.
yeah, they had one kid that graduated, and right after we graduated, they had to take him to the foster home.
That's awful.
And you're just like,
Yeah, it's sad. I had one kid tell me, because we had to do interviews with him one time. He used to tell me, I'm like, why are you here? He goes, because my mother and dad weren't parents to me when I was younger until I turned 16. Then they wanted to start discipline. And I guess he assaulted one of the parents, and that's the reason I said. And when I would go, because I'd buy candy. Was you there whenever y'all got the candy and stuff? I'd go down and purchase that from Walmart, big old basket loads of that stuff.
hell yeah, thank you.
And then I would come back. I'd go to Walmart, and there'd be this 2-year-old kid throwing a fit in the basket. I mean, just throwing, no, honey, don't do that. And I walk, lady, don't do that to your kids, because that's my job security right there. I'll see him when he's 16.
No kidding.
She'd get so mad at me.
It's true though.
You gotta start at that age.
Yeah, you can't just do it out of nowhere. It's got to be a consistent thing. My parents were pretty good about it. I'm a redhead, so I'm hard-headed, and I have to learn everything that
I was born bright red hair. I mean, bright. It turned orange, blonde, and then it went brown. But my dad, like I told you, was Army. 33 years, National Guard for 11, and full-time for the other 22. He was a trainer for the Army National Guard. Now, he would go, and he trained all the National Guard. And I saw him tell lieutenants and colonels, exactly how it was in the National Guard. I'm like, Dad, how can you do this? Because they answer to me. But he'd go around to these units, and he would straighten them up. If they were in default, they were like really, he'd go through there and straighten them all back up and everything. So I was raised military brat. I was raised, this is the way it is.
I really think, and some of the guys in our chat will probably be mad at me for saying that, but I really feel like every young man, if you're able-bodied, go do 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
2 years goes by so fast, and if nothing else, you get some free health insurance out of it.
It'll give you an experience, and you may like it.
Yeah, you
Once
might.
you get there, you may like it. My dad, like I said, he made a career out of it. He died 2 years ago from Agent Orange.
That's a lot.
My niece right there. Her mom died 9 years ago from it because it was passed down into her. So.
Yeah. There you go. Your government taking real great care of us again, and everybody wants to keep giving it.
Like wrapping paper to cover up this window because there's no blinds on it, so I can't record in.
Did they cover you up?
Oh, let me go to the live.
It doesn't have blinds. Now that she's getting like wrapping paper.
Oh no!
Like, what are you trying to hide? I think it was for me. She was frantically running around when she saw me to find something. Yeah, she's coming to cover it up.
Oh. She said the YouTubers have been making threats. So if you guys have been calling Oilton City Hall and saying anything crazy, stop. Don't do that. Be respectful.
And I don't think they realize we're not the only YouTubers to do a story on this.
Yeah, but you know what? There's old short stack Kennedy.
Yeah, I don't think they understand they got 1 million hits on the civil rights lawyer.
Pretty soon he'll be getting viewed behind glass in jail. Oh.
Oh no! Oh no! It's not like I have a tripod that can go higher up. They're just blocking the window from you recording. Which they can do, but I also can record.
Yeah,
So
it's a
until they
public
actually
space.
block it out,
You do you, as long as it's within the law. I'm not here to bother nobody. Like
Yeah,
I said,
you seem cool, man.
I watch your
Give me a
guys'
fist bump.
stuff, so.
I have no problem. That's what is funny is a few people I've talked to, they're like, well, you just hate us. I'm like, no, brother, I have no problem. I live in Oklahoma, man. You know, I just, from Willard to what I found, I can't just turn my back on that and go to bed and lay down at night and not say anything.
It's understandable.
And then this reaction right here is like,
Yeah, it's like, what are they hiding? You know?
come on, bro. They deserve to be able to be in there to hear the process that's going on that affects their lives.
Yeah, we've never allowed anybody during an executive session.
I mean, yeah,
But as far as like this,
you can film from public. So.
I don't. It's not bothering
But
me.
they also can cover it
I
up
don't
if
think
they
you're
want to.
bothering them. So.
It's a chess game.
Where's?
'Cause I
Are
could
you
get-
the owner of the page, the Guerrilla Publishing?
Fuck no, I'm just a paid guy.
Where's that guy?
He's on vacation, bro. You think he's gonna be here after hours?
I don't know.
Would your boss be here after hours if he didn't have to be? You know what I mean?
Look, he's having fun too. He's having fun. He's smiling. We also have like 5 other cameras on the car that we could literally set up anywhere. So I don't.
Man, you shouldn't have embezzled all that money. You could have afforded blinds.
Does have a point.
Maybe you should have spent some of that stolen money on blinds, short stack. I thought there was a height requirement to be a mayor.
The funny thing is, I don't even think he can reach the top of the window.
Yeah, he can't. He's gonna have to get a ladder.
Here, watch this.
All right. Anyway, I think
We're having a little too much fun.
yeah, we're having a little too much fun. So I think
I mean, I don't know. Ask the people in the live. Do they want to see more? Do they want us to hop
yeah,
off?
if you guys want to see more of old Patrick Kennedy. There's no audio, so it's just kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? You must be a little taller to ride this ride, Patrick.
Yeah, the iPhone's
That
definitely
guy
better
right
at getting
there,
the inside shots.
that's Councilman Gann. He's a heck of a dude. Taught me a lot about water. Yeah, so apparently the mayor gets a truck to drive from Jimmy Long Truck Country. I don't know if you guys can find that publicly available information on the internet, but truck's got dealer tags, so at least it's not the people of Oilton paying for that truck. But it's got used dealer tags, and it says Jimmy Long Truck Country. And I bet old Pat Kennedy comes over there and gets some of Jimmy Long's Jimmy to drive that truck. Because are you going to let someone just drive a truck for free?
I wonder if they went in that back office. You stay here, Josh.
Yeah, they did. They went in that back office.
But the back office has a window.
Oh, man. Lee's going to the window, guys, with the FX3. I'll follow him around since y'all are on live. Behind you, man.
We help prior video time.
Well, they're not back here. I don't know where they went.
All right. Well, I'm getting hungry. Let's get out of here.
Yep. 1 second. Where's the shot? Where's the shot? Sorry, I'm just messing with her because she was trying to pull it. Yeah, I want to know what they're saying too. The reason, like, I don't know, like, if they're saying something wrong, I don't know why they need to cover the blinds up. Because I don't know what they're trying to keep us from seeing.
I just think it's funny that people have not trusted the government since forever, and now all of a sudden we're supposed to start trusting the government. It's like people that are like, "There's two things I love: outlaw country and back in the blue." And it's like, what the fuck? That's the most contradictory statement I've ever heard. Yeah, everybody give Ron crap. He's out on vacation. He's on vacation, part-timer. Let him know. Your dad's in the chat. Tell him he's a part-timer.
He is a part-timer.
Lee and I have been working 18-hour days, no sleep, no food, living off cigarettes and hate. I got Lee smoking cigarettes. He's smoking menthol 100s now, Ron. You shouldn't have left. I corrupted him. We're actually going to leave. And
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
yeah, I was kidding. Yeah. Oh, you guys want to see Pat Kennedy's truck? It's pretty nice. Let me go.
Come back in session, Josh, so we're sticking around for that.
Let me show you his truck. It's pretty nice. It's King Ranch. Yeah, it's a nice truck. I wonder if he's got any dildos in there. Usually short guys love dildos. He's got Fritos. All right. Yeah, if you're hungry.
All the, there's a few people like Dylan
All right.
and Matt and Zach.
I have to go back in session. So we at least gotta stick around till then. And then we'll leave. And then yeah.
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 Where'd they go in that back room?
Yeah, but they didn't go in that back room. They went in the other one. I guess just walk around the. You see, but that's a different building. There's no back window.
Yeah, I guarantee they went into a room intentionally that has no windows. Yeah, you're right. Smell check. Man, I wish I was at home taking bong hits right now. That'd be beautiful.
I've never met him, and when I was interacting with him on Facebook, I'm like, I was like, I don't know you guys, but I'm trying to disrespect you.
Place, they sell it in industrial Flicking on it.
This is public property.
Yeah, I don't see why you can't.
I say you stay out here in case they come out or something. Though.
Nice, Teresa. Who knows what they're hiding? I mean, to be perfectly honest, all I really care about is that they get rid of old Stout and he gets his cleat certification stripped, because that guy has about as much business being a police chief as I do being a track star. I like their blinds though. What generator?
No windows behind there.
And that was it, you know, I didn't have a problem with him. I don't know him, but it was... No, if he would have just took the ball count.
Our guy 9360. Yeah, if we could pull any sort of records at all, that'd be great. But old Shannon Summerteeth with the busted teeth doesn't want to respond to open records requests, and she claims she's not getting my emails. But if my emails weren't going through, I'd get a mail error for delivery, which I don't. And then she said, "Oh, well, they go to my spam folder." Well, if you're the court clerk and you're not regularly checking your spam folder, what are you doing? Ooh, they have a Grand Lodge. That's probably where all the decisions really happen.
Yeah, they probably went in the back room right there.
Yeah, they're going to be in there for a while.
Yep.
Because that's what they do. They try to wait everybody out.
Gosh, we can wait. We might hop off the live at some point, but
Yeah, I'm about to hop off. All right, we'll go live again if they come out of the session.
we're gonna still here and wait either way.
Yep, I suspect they won't. They will probably just come out and be like, "Oh yeah, sorry." Let's see here if they're not gonna come back out. Nice, Australia. Yeah, they won't. Here's the problem: they won't. Their city hall isn't open. You can't even go inside. I don't know if there's a new city attorney, but I know that they've been really interested to where the owner of Gorilla Publishing is, which I'm assuming is because they want to talk to him. And it's weird because the owner of Gorilla Publishing is actually a gorilla. We didn't want to come out and tell you guys this, but the owner of Gorilla Publishing is actually a silverback gorilla. You may know him. His name is Harambe. He actually didn't die. He faked his death to become YouTube famous. And he's been living under an alter ego for the last few years. And now And now he's our boss. He runs a YouTube channel. There's Creek County Sheriff, where a GED is good enough for them. You can go work for the Creek County Sheriff's Office and drive a nice brand new Tahoe, get a gun, shoot dogs, and violate constitutional rights with nothing more than a GED. No, that's Creek County Sheriff. That's a real cop. That's not. So, yeah, everybody flop them out for Harambe.
I love how badly they failed. Like, not only did they not stick the tape on the window, they didn't cover up the top half, and then the bottom still has a slit. Hey, don't do that, bro.
So far out of town. You got cops that live way out of town here, Tulsa, Broken or wherever. We have no security. We have no backup.
Well, and you're paying for that
Right,
fuel.
yeah, wear and tear on the police cars. The fuel.
Well,
on the
now
police cars.
only that one car leaves, and that was the Chiefs.
What about Cole?
Everybody else drives their own car.
Cole here. He drove his car.
Oh, he's a clean, yeah. So he
No, he
has.
drove his car home.
Yeah,
before
he has
went
his
to
car because he goes.
Yeah, this is.
I don't get to authorize that. That's gonna be on
Yeah,
Chief.
see, that's what I don't understand is we're paying all that money for them to drive back and forth and do different stuff, and our streets look like they do. That money, you figured out how much money is a week or a month for them to drive back and forth?
Oh, do you want me to tell you how much stout, how many tanks of gas on average I would suspect he probably goes through a week?
I'd like to know.
At least 4. At least 4. Because I've had people watching him, and some days he goes from Oilton to Tulsa multiple times a day.
Well, yeah, one time we were over there, we're driving down the Broken Arrow. I'll tell after I told you, I confronted him on at the police station one day. We're driving down the Broken Arrow, 10 o'clock in the morning, between 10 and 10:15, going to the health food store. And I'm like, oh, look at me. Oh, look, here comes an Oilton police car. He's supposed to be on duty
Now,
here.
see, I get that. I get your concerns, and I totally understand that. But the issue with people being out of town like myself, the other officers that work here, no, it's not that. It's that there's nobody within this area, maybe besides your brother or your son, or I can't remember.
My brother.
Besides him, there's nobody in this area that wants to work.
Well, Stout, he told me.
And like when Larry
Whenever
was
he
here,
got hired here the second time, I said something about living here. His reply to me was, I'm not going to live in Oilton or around Oilton because I don't want nobody in my business.
right, and that's between him.
Yeah, because he doesn't want people to know what.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you're not doing anything wrong, how are they going to get in your business? I don't get anybody's business unless you're wrong. If you're wrong, and I'm going to tell you you're wrong.
Right.
That's the way
But that's where.
So I just kind of grew up that way.
Back in November when he got hired, and when I came on with Larry, right? Stuff happened with Larry. Carl came back. I put him together reserves. I hired 1, 2, 3, 4 full-time guys that are full-time certified, and I've got Cole, which is going through the academy, and then Brian. But Brian and Cole are underneath Carl.
Right.
And everybody else was underneath.
Okay.
No, we didn't look. I think Garrett's the only one that's in.
See, and I got a problem with that because if somebody is on duty and they need backup, where's their closest backup? Tulsa, Broken Arrow. There's nobody around here but now Brian.
And that's why we're reserves because we don't have the time or the.
Right.
I wouldn't say we still have the time to be here all the time.
Right.
Like I said, we all have full-time jobs. So if we do this,
I heard a door from inside.
Well, I knew whenever I seen Carl up there that day after Larry was fired, the next day after Larry was fired, he was at the police station. I said, this town's screwed up. I told him. I'll tell him, no, you walk in gas car. If you see him, ask him how I feel about him. He'll tell you how I feel about him. I'm not going to be saying
I'm not
about
hating. Everybody's got their opinions.
I mean, I don't hate the man. I just don't
I respect
agree with him,
everybody's
and I don't
opinions.
care about his ways. I don't care what he does.
Amen.
I caught him over there that day. And I said, oh, look, I got it on video. We videoed him passing us. Mom's waving at him. And I'll tell you what, I could see white through that tinted window, and he seen it was us. Well, he put the brakes on. We're behind his car. So I slowed down, and he went on around. So I went back around like, I called City Hall. I said, hey, who's on duty? Is the chief on duty? She said, yeah, he just left. Well, he just left. Well, that's a fast car. He make it over the Broken Arrow that way. Well, the next day I confronted him on it. And I said, I can understand if you were over there. Well, I said, I seen you in Tulsa. He said, no, you didn't. I said, yes, I did. No, it wasn't me. It was a police car. It was driving by itself. Oh, yeah, what time was it? And I told him, oh, yeah, that was me. I said, well, I figured you were maybe going over there pick up a uniform. You know, one of those uniform shops. No, I had other business. What other business?
His business is city business, so you gotta answer your
Yeah, you know, but I'm just saying, don't lie to me. When I see you, I got you on
I mean, it's really not his business, though, if he's in a city-funded patrol car using city-funded fuel and on city-funded time. It's not really his business what he's doing. It's all subject to open records. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I got a problem with Scott lying to you. That's probably anybody lying, but especially with a law enforcement officer lying to me about things. Don't lie to me. My grandfather.
So let me ask you this: if this doesn't work out with him, what kind of person do you want here at Oilton? Do you want somebody that's been from the area?
I want somebody that lives near the area.
Right, but do you want somebody that was from this town? Do you want somebody that's got a little experience? Somebody that's, but as a whole, you just want somebody from Creek County, Oilton.
In the around the, they don't even necessarily have to be from this area, as long as they live in the area.
Right.
You're going to be in law enforcement.
Do you have somebody in mind?
You have to become.
Do you have anybody in mind?
I don't. I don't know anybody.
That's our problem.
See, I don't know anybody. I have a problem when a cop tells me I'm not going to move to your town or around your town because I don't want nobody in my business. Well,
To be fair, though,
everybody's in your business.
the problem you may have.
On that badge on, we're in your business.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah,
When we're in this, it's citizens' business.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, right? Now, if it goes something above, like if it goes above me, that'll be something that he has to explain.
Exactly.
If it goes above him or me, Pat's gonna have to explain that.
I was told
But I agree.
by
Being
people here
respectful,
to stay off of
transparent.
Facebook. When it's not just this time, but one other time here before this, stay off Facebook. Don't comment on Facebook. He told my brother, tell your sister to stay off Facebook. My brother said, you told my sister to stay off Facebook. My freedom of speech. My dad fought for that freedom of speech. You were in there for that freedom of speech. My grandfather, my uncles were all in there. All the veterans.
I've been told to stay off Facebook, but then again, I don't represent the police department on my personal page. Like I said, I subscribe to these guys on YouTube. Are they going to fire me or?
I didn't even know about these guys the other day, and of course I got on there and
Because
looked at
that's
it.
my personal opinion. If I want to watch that, I will.
That's my right. That's right.
I think a big problem you're having getting police officers here is just for me perspective. Like when I got out,
The history.
yeah. So if I were to get out of the army, it would say that. Let's fast forward and say this is 2012, and I'm getting out of the army and I'm coming back to Tulsa, and I'm like, man, Oilton PD's hiring. First thing I'm going to do is Google Oilton and see what's been going on in the town. When I see that your mayor was convicted of embezzlement, it was a deferred sentence, and it's crazy that Max Cook or whoever had his sentencing and everything didn't put it in there where, yeah, we're like, hey, at the end of this sentence, you can't run for office again. Weird, right? I just thought it was weird you get convicted of stealing money.
Talk to Max.
Huh?
He's the current DA.
Yeah, he's over there. Get him to respond, you know?
Yeah.
It's a current investigation, okay.
I came over here in 2021 to work under Carl as a part-time reserve, kind of what I do now. And then I left in 2021. And then he came back here, and you know, he gave me a start in law enforcement full-time, so kind of helped him out. I wrapped up.
I was gonna say I would get as far away from this department as you could, man. I know what it's like to be.
I'm a helpful guy, you know, and I'll still do whatever I can for them when I can.
And we're thankful for him. He does a good job. He's one of the better ones. Brian is a good guy. He's
Yeah.
one of the better ones.
Officer Nick here, you know, same thing.
I can't pronounce your name either, Brian.
We're cordial. We're respectful.
And that's a, you know, and that's the thing.
That's why I don't have a problem with you guys.
Well, and it's funny, you know, it's like they tried to say that we came in there and we're being loud and all this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, we have everything we do on camera for this reason alone. We deal with the government all the time.
Was that the first time you guys?
The very first time we came in, no one raised their voice.
Yeah, I see. I haven't even seen that.
If you want to,
I'll
but we've already used some of the footage. I'll put it on a OneDrive link. If you want to give me your number, I'll text it to you and you can watch it from the minute we walked in the door.
I don't know if that clip will because you know we edit it down. I don't know if that's in there, but
No, I was actually watching.
but we'll have the video out.
Tulsa County judge.
Oh, the shit.
Whatever happened to that?
We can't
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah, we're not legally allowed to talk about it right now.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them. Like I said.
Yeah.
Some people just got to understand at some point just have to not bother them.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, because like for example, if we walk in there and we request records, we're gonna film it. But if we're just handed the records, nothing happens. Guess what? Nobody will ever see that video.
And you should see how many videos we don't use because we'll go in and they're super polite and they're like, yeah, let me get those records for you. The cameras go down. And we're like, all right, they're being respectful. But like in Potawatomi County, Skeletor tried to arrest me. I didn't even have a camera on. It was in my fanny pack and I didn't know it was in there. It was a GoPro.
Were you the one that went to with the trooper? Was that you? Juan?
Oh yeah. I wasn't, and yeah, he tried to hit me with the wand. I wasn't even trying to go in the room. I was just standing there.
Yeah. But that officer in particular, he always gets called up whenever we go anywhere. Like he's like, they know that.
Yeah,
Specific highway
his name's
patrol-
Alan Beatties with state troopers.
Basically, anytime we're anywhere in OKC, he's the one that they call up to deal with us, basically.
Oh, so you guys go everywhere.
Yeah, we've been in the last month.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and then we just got back from Boston.
Oh, so you guys went to Boston?
Yeah, like we go everywhere.
We go everywhere.
That's what people think. Oh, you guys are just doing this. No, like we could just stick around here and just stir stuff up and get reactions out of people. But if you actually engage with us and understand, like, it's kind of like we're going to be as respectful as we can, the cameras, so that when they say, like your mayor said, oh, they came in here and were extremely unprofessional and rude. No one raised their voice. Nobody cussed at anybody. Now, the other day when...
The mayor, yeah.
Just wild to me. It's like, bro, you're an elected official and that's how you're going to behave. Instead of just cruising on down by the road. That'd be like when I was an MP in Afghanistan and dudes would be like, yeah, like, fuck you, pig. I appreciate your support, man. And they'd be like, fuck you, pig. And you're like, wow, man, I'm just, but you can't react to it. You just keep trucking, do what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, we had... How long you guys been doing this?
I've been doing it about 6 weeks.
I've been doing it
Now since about January.
They had somebody...
a year.
Oh, this wasn't too long ago. I worked in the jail there in Wagner. And somebody had came up to Wagner, got the courthouse guy all riled up.
I don't mess around in Wagner. I live in Wagner. And their sheriff is corrupt as fuck. Shoot, I gotta quit cussing on the lives. Keep forgetting about that.
Yeah. No, it wasn't us.
Right on, man. Be safe, man.
I'll be around. I'm just gonna. See, like this is the right kind of police officer, guys.
He's gonna go around the behind the building and shoot a dog. Watch. Just wait for it. Hopefully it's my dog. Thing's bleeding me dry, man.
He seems really nice, anyways.
No, he is. Dude, 99 point. And that's what's so frustrating when you encounter someone like Stout, because then he erodes the trust that people already don't have. And you got people running around screaming F the police. And then you got people that make it even harder. And then, like, the thing I keep asking that, like, nobody wants to give me an answer. How would you feel if your child was a victim of a SA or something like that, and they call thinking they're getting someone that can come and help him, and they send somebody that's a habitual...
I don't know much about his background.
I mean, if you want it, it's on Facebook. Microscopes of Truth has it all.
Okay.
I don't know who that person is, but shout out to them. I thought I was good at digging up dirt. I truly thought I was good at it, and then I can't find something, and I'll message that page and be like, hey, where's this at? And it's usually within 24 hours. They're like, all right, here you go. Yeah, whoever that is, shout out to them, because I know there's some people that are not fans of theirs.
Oh, I like reading all that, because if you're not going to find out here, you got to find out somewhere.
Yep.
All the time, most of the time, it's all true.
You mind if I get you at all?
Oh, sure, I don't mind.
Okay, I'll make sure.
Yeah, no,
Do you have a thing where if
No, let me tell you something right now. This lady right here ain't afraid of nothing. Breathing, flying, or lying. She ain't scared of nothing.
No, I don't mind.
And she worked at Thunderbird when I went there in 2006.
Cool.
So a long time ago.
A long time ago.
She's an Oklahoman for a long time.
I was born and raised in Oklahoma. Went to Arkansas for 4 years, and my husband got caught down there for us now. Decided I didn't want to stay married anymore because it's too big a town, so I divorced him and moved back here. Mr. Pryor went to work at Thunderbird in 2001. Then in 2018, came back to this place.
Hold up. Whose truck is that with the air assault wings?
Shannon's. Yeah, Shannon's.
Wild.
I mean, I shouldn't feel bad, but I feel a little bad. I think I made her really mad at me.
I don't really care. Everything I've heard about her, I wouldn't piss on her if she's on fire.
My husband, he was at the air assault school in Braggs, when they had the air assault school down there. He was a medic for 12 years, I think it was. And
He did a lot of IV sticks.
oh, he did everything. He did surgeries with Doc, and they did the rappelling out of helicopters, and I think they call it stabo, where you hang out of the helicopter and fly around the treetops. And yeah, he did all that. He's crazy. He was crazy.
Yeah, they call them dopes on a rope for a reason.
He passed away in 2012 from lung cancer.
And all the good ones are going like that.
Yeah. And he started out, like I said, he started out in this town. Him and Ralph Jones. Ralph Jones was the best police chief we ever had.
What'd y'all think of Harris? I really like him and his wife.
I like Harris. I love Harris.
I feel like he's a really square, straight.
Good woman.
Yeah. She's like you, though.
Yes,
Get on her bad side.
Then after they hired Stout, he had, I'm not sure, he's not here anymore, but he had Cole and another guy in the police truck, My son, he was in that truck over there. He's got the big beard also. He's like me. He ain't afraid of nobody. He get in your face. He don't care. And he's playing his music loud. Council meetings going on inside. You can't hear nothing. Stop goes over. Tells me he needs to turn it down. He goes, "There's city ordinance against it?" No, I don't know. He goes, "Well, I can play this loud till 10 o'clock because it's on a weekday. Weeknight, it's Friday and Saturday, it's midnight." He says, "Oh, it's too late." He goes, "You got a decimal level? You got a decimal reader?" No, he goes, "Okay." He turns it back up. Carl gets mad and walks off. Well, then he knew Angelica's, that was Angelica's truck. She parked down at the dollar store, and they followed her, blacked out in the truck, parked behind Civil Simon's, and that one guy got out and walked around to pick it to her tag number. Why? You want a picture, drive it behind her, take a picture. Why are you sneaking? So that's when I pulled up here and I went off on one of the council members. Why did you hire him back? Why,
I don't understand it.
They'll tell you how I feel about him. For the very first time they hired him, the first time, we're standing right here. He walks out and says something. I said, "Dude, I don't like you." Because what? I said, "I don't like you." He goes, "You don't know me." I said, "I know your type. I was married to a cop for 12 years. You can read, what's going on. And if you can read people," he goes, I said, "You are hiding from something. You're running from something." He goes, "I'm not running." I said, "You are." I said, "It may take a little bit. But anytime you go from Wagner County to Oilton, you're running from something, buddy."
Well, he got promoted to lieutenant.
It took a year later, and sure enough, that's when he got caught the first time when his wife filed. The first time he got the 3 years.
Well, that's actually not the first time. The first time was in Newton County, Georgia.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for here.
Yeah, for Oklahoma. Sorry, we're talking about another state.
No, I know all about the other states. I did do a little bit, on that one. And then they turned around and hired him again. And I told him, said night. I think it was right out here. I said, "Again, I don't like you. And I think they screwed up when they hired you again. Because you're gonna screw up again."
And it's wild too. They're talking about the way we treated the city employees and everything else. But it's weird because we've always been respectful to her, even.
I seen you talking to Shannon. I didn't see anything disrespectful.
You weren't there, Josh.
And I record all my conversations, phone calls, everything, except for like when I talk to you and some other people feeding me stuff. But anytime a government employee is on the phone, I record it.
Right.
I mean, we actually have, what's her name who works at the county clerk's office? We have her committing a misdemeanor on camera. The first time I hear she refused to give us any government records with open records act.
Yeah. Shannon.
So then she called can you call an officer down here or whatever? And then I don't remember who ended up showing up.
That was Stout.
Well, it was Stout who showed up.
Yeah, because he walked in and your dad goes, "Oh, you're not the one that beats old men." And when I was sitting at my desk editing it, I almost fell out of my chair because I was like, "No, but he allegedly beats women."
Well, we didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, we didn't.
And anyway, he ended up being like, "Yeah, I'll take your request." But yeah, and that's all that happened. There was no yelling.
Yeah, and another thing about this is totally getting off the Stout bit. Yeah. But the city council, could you hear anything they were saying?
A little bit.
Oh, we can't hear nothing back there, and my mom's hard of hearing anyway. I just felt and say, "Hey, can you all speak up? Y'all don't want us to hear what's going on, then close the meeting."
Well, they talk intentionally quiet because they didn't want us to catch it up on our. On this.
I don't think they understand how good these
And it's all the time. And then this is where my mom says, "I'm going to take my money and I'm going to buy them a sound system." I said, "You ain't wasting your money on this town."
No, I
I
wouldn't.
love my mom to death, but she ain't wasting her money on this
Let's
town.
put that sound system in your car and blast some music out in front of you.
Oh, don't give my son any ideas because he did.
All right, guys. I think we're about to hop off here and we'll hop back on if the people come out of here, but I suspect they're not. They're just waiting for everybody to trickle off, and once everybody leaves,
I'm worried they're going to dip out the back.
I've already talked to people. What they'll do is they'll sit in there until everyone leaves, and then they'll go home.
Yeah.
I'm down to stay here until 5 a.m.
I'm not. I mean, if you want me to pick you up later, I can, but